Hello collectors, welcome to episode 35 of Statue Talk. I'm your host, Joe Prodzik. With me as always, the Kato Kid himself, Kwong Tran. Now Statue Talk is a show where Kwong and I share our thoughts and opinions on upcoming statue previews, pre-orders, and updates to our collection. So thanks again for joining us on this week's episode. Kwong, hit the music.
This I command.
Well, Kwong, it's been 2 weeks since our last episode. We filmed this show on Fridays, so today is March 17th, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
And in honor of St. Patrick's Day, I am going to make Kwong drink Guinness. Why? Because Kwong has never had one, and because Kwong does not like beer. St. Patty's Day, look at this guy. He's not even wearing green.
I didn't even know it was St. Patty's Day until I came here.
Un-American. So, since Kwong doesn't like beer, since he's never had Guinness, I've decided he's going to have a Guinness here with us today for the very first time. We usually take about an hour and a half to shoot this show, so Kwong has an hour and a half to get down a single beer.
That's huge though, man. No?
It's a can of beer, Kwong. It's a can of beer. So, while I pour us some beers, Kwong, why don't you tell us what you've been up to the past 2 weeks?
You know what's kind of embarrassing though? I'm actually from an Irish city, and we actually celebrate. We have a St. Patty's parade. It's kind of embarrassing that I didn't know that it's St. Patty's Day.
You didn't know today was St. Patty's Day?
I didn't. I literally went to work and nobody was wearing green or anything, so I was like, what the hell?
So, Kwong, why don't you tell the audience what the name of the town that you live in is?
Dublin. Yeah.
He lives in Dublin, but he didn't know today was St. Patty's.
Because my girlfriend mentioned that there was going to be the parade over the weekend, but I thought it was going to be over the weekend. I didn't know it was today. Anyways, 2 weeks, nothing really happened. I honestly had a bad week this week. Got sick on Monday and Tuesday, and then I got a flat tire yesterday. So I honestly only worked 2 days out of my 5 this week.
You can't buy no statues like that. I make money like that.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting actually. But other than that, didn't really do much. I did check out Kingdom Hearts 2.5, well, like the whole collection thing. I didn't buy it yet, but was looking up, reading the reviews. Also, like I was doing for the Mass Effect Andromeda. Apparently, there's gonna be like a bunch of patches and all that stuff because that's what we were talking about. Did check out Zero Hero Dawn thing to see more what was the fuss about.
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah, that one. And then checking out Nier. I don't know, I've been checking a lot of PlayStation 4 games, but you know,
you've been looking at videos of them.
Yeah,
is what you mean by checking them out. You haven't been playing them?
I don't usually play them. Next game that I'm going to be playing is most likely Uncharted 4, which I've been having for a while now, that you let me borrow, but haven't played yet because I really wanted a PlayStation 4 Pro.
So Kwong, look at this. You see these bubbles swirling around in there? That's what you like to see. You gotta wait for it to settle a little bit. Little nitrous oxide.
It honestly just looks like I'm about to drink chocolate milk or something.
You don't quite have the full experience of having it on tap, but you're gonna get the Guinness experience today. Cool. It's my job. One of my jobs in life is to teach Kwong about life.
Yes.
Right? So last weekend we went and saw Logan.
Oh yeah, it beat my expectations. Probably by like 0.5.
It beat my expectations because my expectations are low for X-Men movies and Wolverine movies too.
Because you did watch Apocalypse, right, or no?
I did watch X-Men Apocalypse. Better than Fantastic Four.
Yeah, a little bit.
But might be my least favorite X-Men movie.
Really?
Yeah. So Logan might be my
best Wolverine movie, but
best Wolverine
not
movie.
Best X-Men movie. Because I think Days of Future Past is pretty good.
Well, I liked First Class, but
I like First Class and Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it definitely was good. I wouldn't probably even put it in my top 3 comic book movies. It might make my top 5.
Yeah.
Lots of people really loved it, and that's cool. I did read the Old Man Logan comics, and so it is a little bit different because, Fox movies are insulated from Marvel movies, so you can't include a lot of that same stuff.
Yeah.
I did like it, though.
Yeah, because I feel like if you went into it watching it just as a standalone movie, then you'll like it. But I think if you, have the background or reading like Old Man Logan, like you were saying, then a lot of people are just going to be a little bit more judgmental about it. But honestly, I went in, I knew about Old Man Logan already and everything.
Yeah.
But I just had kind of like a clean slate. I was going to go into this movie, watch it, and I was like, it's actually not bad.
Okay, Kwong. So, have your first sip of Guinness. Like I said, you have an hour and a half to drink it.
Was Oh God.
Now, collectors, make sure to drink responsibly and don't drink and drive with statues in the car. Oh, chasing Guinness with a Monster Energy drink? Eee. At least it's a green can. But I wouldn't have advised that.
The beginning taste is actually really good, but then once I actually have it in my mouth and like swallow it, that's where the bitterness comes in. And that's what I don't like about beer.
Yeah, that's delicious. That's delicious. So, Kwong's first Guinness.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right.
So, Joe, what have you been up to? Seems like you got some stuff over here.
I do have some stuff
over
here. So I have my fingers dipped into a lot of different pots.
Yeah.
So I'm a gamer, been playing video games, been playing, starting Mass Effect Andromeda, early access, my favorite video game series of all time.
Yep.
So I've been playing that. Really digging it so far, really enjoying it, really liking it. But I've only played 2 hours, played about 2 hours last night.
So why is it people are limited to 10? But like, is it the full game, but then you only have 10 hours?
No. So EA Access is a program you can get on the PC.
Yeah.
You get discounts for games, and then you get trial versions of games.
Got it. Yeah, because I know they get like, sometimes they kind of have like the PlayStation Plus thing where you have the free games.
Right, so they give you a 10-hour trial. As an EA Access member, they give you a 10-hour trial of Mass Effect Andromeda to try to get you to buy it.
Got it. Okay.
So you try the game before you buy.
Yeah.
It costs $5 a month for EA Access. You get 10% discount on games.
Cool.
So I've already made up my cost.
Well, yeah, because especially since you converted over to be a PC gamer, it's just like...
And then you get a lot of free games. I've got Wing Commander. Yeah. They have lots of games on there. SimCity, all kinds of stuff that you can play for free. So it's really, really cool. So I've been enjoying Mass Effect Andromeda. Again, I've only played 2 hours. I'm limited to 10 hours this weekend. And on Tuesday, the full thing comes out. So a couple other things I've been doing. I shared last week that I bought Berserk Blu-rays.
Yep.
That 3-movie Blu-ray set. And I've actually been watching the anime on Crunchyroll.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people say they don't like it, but...
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
Okay.
But I actually do like it. I'm enjoying it a lot.
Well, I think it's because a lot of people like the original more. Because it's just... From what I'm aware of, the original is more connected to the comic than the new one does.
Yeah, well, that's why I also got the manga. The first volume, I don't know what they call it, of the manga. Mm-hmm. First volume of the manga. And wow, was I surprised when I am reading the book in reverse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You weren't introduced
to that. It opens the opposite way, and then it reads the opposite way as well. So
that's kind of how the culture is.
I haven't read much of that yet, but then I also ordered the original series on DVD.
This is the one that I watched.
So remastered. This is supposed to come out on Blu-ray. It's out on Blu-ray in the UK and other parts of the globe, but the Blu-ray is region locked.
I was curious why you didn't wait, but I guess you were really that excited.
Well, it came out in January, and I figured this looks cool anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look cool anyway?
It does. The case looks pretty cool.
So we'll try it out, It's not supposed to be the greatest animation, and that's what...
You can't watch that with your daughter in the room, by the way.
Yes, Quam, I know.
Okay, I just don't know.
I can't watch the 3 movies with my daughter in the room.
Okay, I was just curious.
It is graphic, both in violence and in sexual content.
Yeah.
Yeah. The anime on Crunchyroll is toned down and edited.
Oh, is it?
Like this girl, she's topless through the whole episode, and she just has no nipples. So, but I'm really digging. Yeah, I'm really digging Berserk a lot, and yeah, it's got me hooked. Mm-hmm. It's got me hooked.
I want to say it's childhood-wise. I think for you, DBZ and Berserk is probably like one of the top 3 because you got to throw in like Eva in there a little bit. But,
yeah, I do want to try Evangelion.
Yeah, but
I want to try that.
I think you would have to start out with the new generation because if you watch the old one, it's kind of like how you were watching G.I. Joe and you said you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, so I also bought the G.I. Joe Blu-ray, and a couple months ago I bought the Transformers Blu-ray, watched that, and that still holds up. G.I. Joe the movie does not hold up. No, it was
I think that's what's
very
gonna
hard to watch.
too. Yeah, if you watch Eva, it's going to be exactly like that.
Yeah, very hard to watch. Then I was going to save this for the collection update, but I did get a hold of some comic books over the past 2 weeks too. I got Hulk 180, Hulk 181, and Hulk 182. So got the whole arc of the first appearance of Wolverine. So I never thought I would own these, but I was able to pick them up for a really good price. Yeah, so that's awesome. I've always been on the lookout for a first appearance of Wolverine. I'm not a big CGC graded comic book collector. I have had 3 already. They're really like X-Men #1, which is like $40, Nightwing #1, which is like $40,
yeah.
And then Batman New 52 #1, which is like $200. So just books I had a personal connection to that I have loose copies of, and then I wanted some prime graded copies too. Those other ones are 9.8, but they're not worth that much money.
Yeah.
These are pretty good to have in my collection.
Yeah, really good.
Pretty happy about that, especially with Logan coming out. First appearance of Wolverine.
And he's your favorite Marvel character too from Marvel. He's like your Batman.
Yeah. Well, my top 3 Marvel characters probably Wolverine, Punisher, and Adam Warlock. Not necessarily in that order. I like to say these are my 3 favorites. And then, depending on what mood you're in, depending on what books you're into at the time, you might be reading one more than the other, right? Mm-hmm. But those are the 3 that I really like. Yeah. So, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah, we haven't really been up to that much, but...
And Kwong finished his Guinness already, and I've only taken a sip. Well, Kwong...
No.
I did bring more.
No, I'm good.
I did bring more. I'll save that one for me. So, now, Kwong, let's get to this week's previews and pre-orders. First up, Kwong, we're going to talk some handmade objects, collectibles.
HMO!
We showed a little bit of this statue last week.
Yeah, Mega Man. Is it Mega Man X? We shot with a little bit of a preview of it. Oh, you told me to click it?
Click it.
Click it!
You're in charge of the iPad, Kwong. So now we're seeing a little bit more of this Mega Man X from Handmade Objects, which they've said in their newsletter that is going to be available for pre-order soon.
Sweet.
They're also teased, I think we showed the Sorrow a sneak peek last week, and now we have the Necrosis statue from their Bounties of Bathos line.
That's the dude that looked like Hell Tight, right?
Yeah. And then they're also showing a preview of the Bounties of Bathos website. Ooh. So we should get some more info from that universe, which looks really, really cool.
Yeah, it really does.
We'll have the Ren and...
Crow-King, right?
Crow-King. First 2 statues from that line coming into the channel later this year.
Yep.
And then they're also going to be having another original line. Bounties of Bathos is, HMO's own creation. They're going to have another original line, and this one is looks to be more sword and shield and magic, kind of old school, D&D, Lord of the Rings style characters.
Awesome.
You know, their own IP with their own twists, so their own original characters. You know, and I expect these to be super limited, just like the bounties of Bathos and other statues in their line. So, HMO, up and coming studio. Looks like they're doing some good things.
Yeah, the details on all their statues that we've seen is really awesome. I'm looking forward to see this Mega Man X painted. It's gonna look slick. It's gonna look smooth. It's gonna look cool.
Yeah, it is gonna look cool. And as soon as we get some painted pictures of that Mega Man X, we'll share them here on the show. Now, Kwong is a little teaser from Imaginarium Art.
Yep. Just a little teaser.
I don't know what this is yet, but this is the base of a Transformer, obviously.
Yeah, and then from what I'm aware of, is that Megatron's head or no?
Standing on top of Megatron's head.
Yeah.
What statue
Who
could
the
this
fuck
be?
is that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
So this is the teaser for the base.
Nope.
I didn't see a lot of info for this one yet, but it looks pretty cool.
Looks really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the hell took down Megatron, man? I don't think it's gonna be Prime. Do you think so?
Well, I think it would be bigger if it was Prime.
True.
Right? So what's a smaller Transformer that could stand on top of Megatron's head?
Seriously.
I don't know. I don't know Transformers well enough, but there's the teaser from Imaginarium Art. So now, Kwong, we're going to get to some smaller scale statues from Kotobukiya.
Yep.
The first up is the Green Arrow.
Yes.
From the TV series.
Yes, it is.
Artifacts Plus, available for pre-order for $75.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that the face on this one's actually not that bad compared to the actual character. Shit, I forgot what his name is. Stephen Amell or something like that?
Stephen
Amell?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. Doesn't really look like him, but it kind of like, it's like a mixture of both. Like, kind of does look like him and kind of doesn't. So.
Well, smaller scale.
Yeah, you know, the detail.
It's hard to match an actor's likeness in any scale exactly, let alone 1/10 scale, right? Yeah. So $75 for these smaller scale statues. Now, Kwong, let's take a look at Star-Lord.
Yep.
Who is this is an Artifacts statue. So this one is a little bit higher quality, and I think a little bit bigger size for the Artifacts.
Isn't it like 1/5 or something?
And Artifacts is the 1/6, so this one is 12 inches tall, which is why he costs a little bit more. $139.99 for Star-Lord.
Yeah, and Baby Groot.
Yeah, will be from Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited for the movie.
I'm really excited for the movie too. Guardians of the Galaxy, one of the best Marvel movies there is, right?
It's definitely on my top 5 or 3 or whatever you can call it.
And now this one is Spider-Man 2099, which is on your hit list.
Yep.
Artifacts Plus. So this one is about 5 inches tall. Yeah. Right, so this is the 1/10 scale. $64.99.
Not bad.
Yeah, and like you were talking about the base when we unboxed your Spider-Man last episode. So he is going to have his own base. This one is not stylized, is it?
What do you mean? Like it doesn't show the base of it? Yeah. They said that
it's a plain.
The base is not final, and it seems like, I'm guessing all of them are going to have their own base. But I'm not sure yet. Miles, well, I was going to talk about it on the collection update, but Miles Morales is going to come probably next episode.
Cool.
So we'll actually get to see.
Cool.
See how it goes.
Yeah, so all of these statues from Kotobukiya are available to pre-order now. So you can do that at the Kotobukiya website or a lot of toy stores, a lot of websites around the internet, a lot of comic book shops you can buy Kotobukiya stuff at too.
Yeah.
Now, Kwong, we're going to talk some Prime 1 Studio. We had a big Winter Wonder Festival.
Yeah, that we were super excited about. It was amazing. Great.
And now a lot of those statues
Pre-orders
are already coming out for pre-order.
Yeah.
The first up is the Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower from Bloodborne. Now, if you're not signed up for the Statue Review Facebook page or the Prime 1 Collectors group or all the other collectors groups out there on Facebook, you might have missed the exclusive version of this statue because it is already waitlisted. Yeah, well, it's not that limited. It was as an edition size of 850 for the exclusive, 1500 for the regular. The exclusive is already waitlisted. The exclusive only comes with the die-cast goblet. But it is surprising. It is surprising that the statue sold out so quickly, even though it's super amazing, right? Mm-hmm. It just was the first in the Bloodborne line, and I didn't know. Typically, video game statues don't do quite that well. Yeah, right.
I honestly think it's because this when for the Wonderfest episode we saw this, and this piece was one of those that were like out there that we didn't really know about. You have the game. We obviously didn't play it that much, but
yeah,
this looks so fucking like it's just different and cool. Because I remember, from what I'm aware of, you did pre-order a Bloodborne, but then you ended up canceling it later on.
Yeah, I had the 1/6 scale from Gecko.
Yeah.
I was pre-ordering it, but 1/6 scale don't really fit my collection. I thought about ordering this, but I didn't because...
You're not really connected to it, so I felt like that's...
And I knew more pre-orders to come, right?
Yeah.
This looks great, looks amazing. Expected to ship March through May of 2018. Product size is 20 inches high, 17 inches wide, and about 17 inches long. So,
would you think this one is better than the other one that we see?
I really like this one.
I like this one personally more than the other one, but I guess the other one is the main character if I'm aware of. So.
I think, aren't they both the main character?
I don't know.
And you choose, because you choose your build, you choose your sex.
You have the game, bro.
Well, this one is, she is from the picture of the DLC.
Oh, okay.
I forget what it's called off the top of my head right now. So, yeah, regular edition is freely available for pre-order. The exclusive edition is waitlisted, but if you want the exclusive, I suggest hopping on the waitlist. Yeah. Usually... this early before statue is released, it's gonna convert.
I would say like an 80% conversion, if anything, mostly.
Where are you getting that number?
I don't know. Just coming out of my head.
You're making numbers. But this early, I expect the wait list to convert. Mm-hmm. But it's a popular statue.
Yeah, it's very surprising.
Now, Kwong, we have a statue that I was super excited about.
Yeah, your boy Guts!
Well, I tell you, before I saw the statue, he really wasn't my boy at all. But this statue made me interested in the character. Mm-hmm. So I went and bought the Blu-rays, I went and bought the mangas, I went and bought the animes. I'm on Crunchyroll watching videos of it. I bought the PlayStation 4 video game. Yeah. Which isn't very good, but still, I'm hooked on the character, I'm hooked on the series, and so this is a statue I definitely ordered. I'm hooked on this anime, Kwong. I don't know.
Thanks to Prime 1 Studios.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to Prime 1 Studios making this statue, I bought a bunch of the other Berserk crap.
Yeah.
Right? I bought a lot of the Berserk crap, and I've already been looking for more. Mm-hmm. So this is Guts the Black Swordsman from the anime Berserk. Mm-hmm. The exclusive edition has an edition size of $750, priced at $999.99. So it's the most expensive of the Prime 1 statue pre-orders on the show.
How much was the Witcher dude? $700, right?
Eridan, I believe, was $799. Okay. The Witchers were in the $700 range. Okay. I was expecting this closer to be $800.
Yeah.
But $900, I still ordered it. Or actually $1,000, I still ordered it. Yeah. Love those Sideshow payment plans, only $112 a month. Mm-hmm. So if it wasn't for these payment plans, I wouldn't be getting a lot of these Prime 1 statues because it's tough. So estimated arrival March through May of 2018. Sideshow exclusive is an exclusive portrait.
Yeah, which is really good. The sculpt on it is really good. Holy crap!
Yeah,
like the sculpt on this dude is like fucking phenomenal.
It's a more realistic looking take on the character rather than an anime take on the character. What I do like is that he has different looks, different poses for his sword, different portraits, and you get another portrait with the exclusive. It was said, I gotta look up this guy's name, that the creator of Berserk, Kentaro Miura. Am I saying that right?
Miura. Miura.
You say it. Kentaro
Miura.
Kentaro Miura was involved and had input in the design of the statue.
That's great, man.
So that's cool. I mean, Prime 1 out of Japan, you know, they're going to have some anime connections to some of these creators. And, you know, if they can bring them in and get them involved, that's even better, right?
Yeah, just like, it just reminds me of like Death Stranding for, you know, Kojima, which is really cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah, so listen to this. What's in the box? The Guts, the Black Swordman statue features a size approximately 36 inches tall with the sword on the shoulder.
Holy shit, does that mean he's bigger than...
That's as tall as the gun on the Arkham Knight here. High quality translucent resin for a lifelike skin effect. 1 interchangeable right arm with the sword on the shoulder. 1 interchangeable right arm with the sword down. 2 alternate regular portraits. 3 switchable Puck, his first companions. And 1 alternate exclusive portrait. So Puck's that little fairy.
Yeah.
And watching the anime, it just changes from one look to another.
Yeah.
I have no idea why. It just changes. I'm like, oh, 1 minute it's like looks like a real fairy, then it looks like a weird cartoon fairy, then it's back and forth. And so you can choose what version of Puck you want too, right? So this one exclusive is still available.
Yeah, cool. How many exclusives were there?
750.
They're actually not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. Well, Kwong, it's been a busy week with Prime 1 pre-orders.
Oh, yeah.
Next, this is the second statue in the DC Comics New 52 line from Prime 1 Studio. This is, I don't know what you're doing. You look like you're reeling in a fishing pool. But this is the Green Lantern statue. New 52 produced in partnership with Sideshow Collectibles.
Yep. Like they've been partnering up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they partner. Sideshow and Prime 1 partner on the DC
Marvel too.
comic book based and the Marvel comic book based statues. So these are all joint partnerships between the two.
Yeah.
So limited edition to 500, priced at $699.99.
Not surprised at all.
Cheapest out of the bunch here today.
Yeah.
Is it cheaper than Lady Maria? How much was Lady Maria?
I think she was $5.99.
Yeah. So not the cheapest, but cheaper than I was expecting. Does that really say that $700 is? Like, oh yeah, that's great
because
price.
Superman was $750 if I was correct.
Yeah, and then Guts was $1,000. A Green Lantern, obviously less to Green Lantern than Guts. But I was, wow, $700. I'm like, oh, that's okay. When a couple months ago, I was like, Deadpool, $700.
Yeah, I know. We were complaining super
What
much
the
about
hell?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but this looks really cool. Sideshow exclusive is sort of like a grinning portrait.
Yeah.
So this is a Green Lantern for me because I like the modern comic book.
Yeah.
So I did order this one.
You did? Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
'Cause I was just about to say, because if I was a Green Lantern fan, and especially in New 52, this is like the Green Lantern to get. Like, I've known Sideshow originally did their own Green Lantern as well, but...
Well, Sideshow does classic versions of the characters.
But this one just looks slick. His entire suit just... Which is the reason why I like the $29.99. It just looks so well done. Like, it literally looks like you can... If that was a real person, they would literally just want to cosplay that whole entire thing. And I think that'd be really cool. But that's... I don't know. It's outstanding how they did that. So it's shiny and everything.
Yeah. I like the shiny. And I think it'll look good next to that Superman too.
Yeah.
So payment plans as little as $78 a month. Estimated arrival April 2018 through June of 2018. It does have a light up. Looks like he has a light up ring. 22 inches high, 11 inches wide, about 12 and a half inches long. So it'll look good next to Superman, so I did put that one on pre-order.
Nice.
Last but not least, Kwong.
Your favorite! The one!
The one I've been waiting for from the Wonder Festival. From G.I. Joe. This is Serpentor.
Oh, yeah.
Limited edition 500. Pretty decent edition sizes here. But priced at $899.99.
Close to guts.
$900. I was expecting with that Chariot to be a little bit more expensive.
That's what I was thinking too.
But $900 is still $900. But we know the price range of Prime 1 Studio statues now. So this is in line with all the others. I got the fabric cape.
You got the payment plan.
$100 a month. Estimated arrival February through April of 2018. There is a exclusive alternate portrait. He's grimacing in his regular portrait, but he has a more stoic exclusive portrait.
I actually like that one kind of better too.
So do I.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, so do I. Stands approximately 32 inches tall. He's going to have the translucent resin as well, and he's going to have a movable cape. So
that's awesome.
It was a character I had the toy of as a kid. It was always one of my favorite toys. I lost it somewhere along the road.
It's like your Voltron, then.
No, because Voltron I didn't have.
Yeah, but you know
Serpentor I had. I always wanted to buy it again. And whenever I go to toy shows, I look for it. But when you look at those old G.I. Joes,
you're just like, what the fuck is this?
I do not really want this. I would still take Serpentor though, just to have it. If I had it in the box, I think that would be cool. Like I said, I buy toys all the time, action figures, and they end up sitting in a box in the garage. So that's why I like these statues, because now I can have my Serpentor, but I can have an adult version of Serpentor.
Yeah. I'm curious, because I know you got Snake Eyes already, are you planning on getting Storm Shadow too?
Yeah, we'll probably order Storm Shadow. Surprised he didn't come first.
Yeah,
because he looked like he was ready first. Destro looking cool as well.
Destro, you getting Destro too? You getting the whole line?
I don't know. I do not know.
Because I was thinking Serpentor, Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes would just be enough, but...
So, I do like the Prime 1 Studio stuff. There's some stuff coming out in the future that may push out this G.I. Joe line, like the Warhammer 40k line.
Oh, yeah.
Might push out the G.I. Joe line, but we're going to get a couple statues from the G.I. Joe line. I think I got to have at least 2 to put together.
Exactly.
And since I got to have Serpentor, I'll probably order a couple more.
Because it'd be kind of cool to have Serpentor as a centerpiece and then, like, Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow on each side,
I completely agree. Yeah. But I think once Destro is painted up, that's going to look cool, too.
Yeah, I think so,
But we don't have a lot of Joes yet. Joes are really freaking corny, Kwong. Man, I tried to watch that G.I. Joe movie. The Joes are really freaking corny, man. I mean, what's that guy? He's a sailor, and he's got a parrot. I can't even think of his name right now. And
I don't know. When I was a
karate guy.
When I was a kid, that's why I felt like I couldn't watch the animation.
The Joes are corny and cheesy, and so I think that's why, companies tend to focus on the villains. Obviously, you get Snake Eyes, but after that, you're like, well, which guy am I going to
Well, because Snake Eyes is just cool looking.
Roadblock, a couple of cool guys, and hopefully they'll do a Duke, but even Duke is a little bit vanilla and cheesy. So how are you going to make him into a cool statue? That's a tough one, but I'm looking forward. Hopefully the line does well, and that convinces Prime 1 to make some more Joes too. But they're going to have to be picky with their Joes, because a lot of them are just too corny.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which one they will do. I would like to see a Duke.
He's the main man, right? You got to have him, right?
Yeah.
We'll see. And that's it. Lots of pre-orders from Prime 1 Studio. All distributed here in the U.S. on the Sideshow website. Posted links to all of the pre-orders in the comments section of the video. So if you want to go over to Sideshow website and get some business done, just click on the links below. Kwong, what is next up?
Next up, we got Pop Culture Shock.
Pop Culture Shock is going to have a booth at WonderCon, and they've been teasing us with some pictures of what's going to be there, what might be there. First up, we have Rambo, John Rambo,
Go Adrian!
Sylvester Stallone. They've showed us a lot of pictures. They showed us some video of the statues. Work in progress. Got funky looking hair right now. That's just a cover.
Yeah.
That they're working on. That's just a placeholder for them. So I did like the Rambos. Great action movies. Will look good with that Conan if you're an action movie collector, right? We did see. I don't have them here, Kwong, but I posted them. The next in the mixed media Street Fighter line.
The Cammy or no?
Cammy, Shadow Lu Cammy.
Yeah.
They're taking pictures of her. We'll probably see that pre-order soon. I think they're going to have their smaller scale Street Fighters there at WonderCon as well.
That'd be cool.
We've been teasing a little bit of that. And then the next pre-order from Pop Culture Shock is March 27th.
Yep.
Is that the weekend of... Is that the Monday after WonderCon?
Yeah. No, before.
Before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's the 27th, though. That's not a Monday, is it?
Yeah. They always do Mondays.
Yeah, they usually always do Mondays, but... Yep, you're right.
27th is Monday, and then they'll be at WonderCon that weekend. So this is the White Ranger bust.
Yeah, this one looks really cool. I feel like... I don't know, we know that Pop Culture Shock always does busts, and they look phenomenal, especially that Scorpion and that Sub-Zero that we saw in the past. I'm kind of thinking about maybe in the future, if we can find the one, depending on what it's going to be, to bring one in the channel. It'd be kind of cool.
Bust?
Yeah, I don't know. But it has to be something that I have a connection with, you know what I mean?
Do you have a connection with the White Ranger?
I kind of do, but I kind of like the Green Ranger better, even though they're both the same character, but... You know what I mean?
What about the Pink Ranger?
No.
Now, you'd end up putting your dirty fingerprints all over the Pink Ranger, wouldn't you? Little pervert Kwong. So, pre-orders March 27th. We don't have price, edition side, any of those details.
We will soon.
On the Pop Culture Shock Facebook page, they're going to be revealing more photos of this bust. And just in time for the Power Rangers movie, Kwong.
Yep.
Which he's not excited for.
Right afterwards, yeah.
He's not excited for it as a Power Rangers fan.
I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are, to be honest. I want to say not a lot of people are.
I think you're crazy because whenever we go to comic conventions and the Green Ranger is there, he's always got a huge line, a pumped up crowd, all kinds of crazy shit. You gotta admit, originally they said that he was supposed to be in this movie, but then he was like, nah, I don't want to do it. It's crazy because I think they have a big following. Mm-hmm. They do, but maybe we're just a little. Even maybe you're just a little too old. Maybe, or maybe as my Power Ranger expert, you're just failing in your job. Well, that's it from Pop Culture Shock this week. All right, Kwong. In addition to the Prime 1 collaborations we showed earlier in the episode, Sideshow does have their own pre-order that came up. Yep. That they partner up with Art Germ. They partnered up with the Stanley Art Germ Lau. So this is our artist series. Catwoman. Yeah. Priced at $350. Edition size to be determined. Estimated arrival January through March of 2018. This is exclusively available through Sideshow. And it's from nowhere, it's a 1/6 scale, right? Let's see what the height is. I think it's 1/5. It's 17 inches tall, so that's about looking like 1/5. Yeah. Bigger than once. The 1/6 would be more 12-inch range. So this is a 1/5, much like the He-Man, the Star Wars Mythos statues. So it is a smaller scale statue, and that is why it's priced more reasonably than the recent quarter scale statues. Yeah. This guy has a huge following. His artwork is literally just, it's different, cool. Some of them are like really top notch, like amazing. And some of them are just like, eh. It just depends on what characters you like. He usually does animes. He does do like Power Rangers and movies and all that stuff too. But strictly he usually does like animes and cartoons, comics and whatnot. So I do like his art, and he is going to be doing a few of these statues. Who knows how many? But Catwoman is the first. You know, Sideshow has been making some 1/5 scale statues. Yeah, like the Avengers one. Yeah, and they are more reasonably priced. You know, the price of what quarter scales used to be, right? Yeah. But, you know, quarter scales have evolved And
over
prices
time.
increase over time as well.
And it's really good to start, especially for like new collectors like me. A 1/5 scale is not too bad. You know, just see how it is. Because I think the Spider-Man that you gave me was a 1/5 or 1/6 or something like that.
Yes, the J. Scott Campbell was.
It was really nice. Good start off with too.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
It can be a good start, or if you just like Art Germ's art, you know, and I really like when they do these lines when people have the whole series.
Yeah.
They always look really good.
Really good together, yeah.
So, the statue's available to order on the Sideshow website. Again, links in the comment section of the video if you want to get some business done with Sideshow. Alright, Kwong, now we have a pre-order from Tsume Art.
Yes.
This is one we've been excited to see. So surprisingly, neither one of us are pre-ordering it. But we're going to talk about that after we show off the statue, Kwong.
Yep.
So this is the 1/6 scale Goku versus Nappa diorama. It's called The Quiet Wrath of Son Goku.
I'm honestly curious why it's called that, but...
I don't know. It is 399 euros. Estimated delivery date, summer of 2018. Yeah, it's in euros. Tsume is a French company.
Oh, yeah? Did not know that.
Edition size, really big. 4,000 edition size.
Wow.
And guess what? There's only a few of these left.
Yeah.
That's how big Dragon Ball Z is.
Huge fan base.
Now we already have the Piccolo and Gohan.
Yep.
This is the next statue in that line. This is Goku and Nappa.
Yeah. Iconic scene. If you see it, obviously it's already a spoiler. When Nappa gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, it's early on in that first... Is it the first?
Second.
Second? Saga. Yeah, still learning.
Saiyan Saga, whatever you want to say.
I'm still learning, but it was a cool moment when Goku finally grows a pair and decides he wants to fight. So really cool looking statue.
Very.
It has the anime lines like the Piccolo does. And that same style. It looks like it has a lot of textures.
Lots of texture. Holy crap! When you zoom in into Goku's suit, holy shit!
Yeah, a lot of textures.
Wow.
Looks really cool. Now, I'm personally not pre-ordering the statue right now, just because, guys, Guts, Green Lantern, Serpentor.
It's just too much.
I had to pass on something.
It's too much. Yeah.
I had to pass on something.
Yep.
But Kwong also not pre-ordering.
Yeah, because I really wanted that the Vegeta, but we weren't into the hype at the time. But
do you even Dragon Ball Z, bro?
I do.
Because I don't Dragon Ball Z. That's why I passed on it. But you Dragon Ball Z.
I'm sure, because Sumi said that this is, their second piece within the Saiyan saga. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be another one. Well, they already did Vegeta, so...
Well, Vegeta...
Highly I doubt they would do another Vegeta if they already did another Vegeta.
Vegeta is quarter scale. It's part of a different line.
True, yeah, it's true. Because this is 1/6 if I'm...
1/6 dioramas.
Yeah, it's true. But what kind of diorama would Vegeta have? That'd be kind of interesting.
But you're on Vegeta's nuts.
Yeah. Goku's just a little bitch to me, to be honest.
But I mean, this is iconic.
This is very iconic.
And look at that Piccolo. And
like
this is going to be the same quality.
Yeah.
Maybe if Kwong wouldn't have worked. Would have worked more than 2 days this week.
Is this do we know the price on this yet or not really?
399 euros.
What is that in US?
Dude,
do you even euros, bro?
I've never even been to Europe, bro.
I haven't either, so.
It's been a while since.
How much was Gohan and Piccolo? I think it was about around the same price.
It was about 375, so it's about 430 as a conversion right now. So yeah, it's pretty. Nappa's big. Right?
This is on their site, right?
Yeah.
So, do they ship to the US?
Yes, I've heard it's really expensive.
Oh. Okay.
And I'm hoping, I haven't said completely 100% no to pre-ordering this. I'm hoping that's going to show up on Big Bad Toy Store.
That's what I was hoping for.
Where I got Piccolo.
Yeah, I was hoping that would happen too. That'd be real cool.
Yeah. So
this is coming out next year, and it doesn't have an exclusive. So one of us might pick it up randomly if You never know.
Yeah, you never know. It's just Green Lantern, Serpentor, Goods.
Because the thing is that I'm curious for both of us. You know, I already have the Goku from the Xenoverse 2 game, but how would this fit for both of our collection? That's the only thing that I'm curious about. You know what I mean? Because doesn't it look a little bit weird that Piccolo and Gohan is by itself?
Yes, where it's at. Yes, it does not fit. There's another reason why I'm not that big into Dragon Ball Z. I think it's cool. I've been watching it, but I'm not dying to get the second season, to be honest with you, because it is a little less serious.
Yeah, that's why I felt like when you get deeper into the anime, it's so serious.
I'm gonna keep going for Kwong.
Yeah. We usually watch it together.
I'm gonna keep going, but I'm hooked on Berserk right now.
Which is fine.
So,
Berserk great anime
a
too.
few of these are available on the Tsume Art website. I'll post a link in the comments of the video. Hopefully, some will be available on the Big Bad Toy Store. Might be able to get it there.
I actually check weekly to see if they have any good stuff.
Well, since I ordered Piccolo, I should get an email from them if it does come up on the website.
Oh, awesome.
So, good things coming from Tsume. Trying to get a Vegeta for Kwong on the wait list.
From what I'm aware of, last year too, they got awarded for like the best statue of the year for I forgot what the anime was called, but it was like a dragon dude.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Is that what it was called too?
You're supposed to be
it's like Ronin something.
And he calls
Ronin
himself
Samurai or something like that.
He calls himself an anime expert.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
You do even Crunchyroll, bro?
Yeah, my girlfriend has a subscription.
But do you even Crunchyroll? When's the last time you watched Naruto Shippuden?
Oh, don't even start, bro. I hate that.
Oh. I was thinking about checking it out.
Oh, do you?
I was thinking about it. It's got like 500 episodes. So,
yeah, good luck. Good luck on that, man.
That's a slippery slope.
Because like I think Dragon Ball Z and Detective Conan is like the only anime that I've ever had that's
Blue Exorcist. I was thinking about watching that.
I've never heard of that.
No, it's on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
Now, Kwong. Last but definitely not least, XM Studios.
Yep.
Had a pre-order, or is going to have a pre-order.
Very soon.
Does it really matter with them?
Yeah.
You can order the statues a lot of time before they go up for pre-order. You gotta know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy, or you gotta live in a country with distributors, which we don't.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But this is the Kingpin.
Himself, yeah.
Himself.
Big bad man, dude.
I originally liked the look of this one.
I think we both did. And then once it got kind of painted up, I think we lost a little bit of interest on it.
Yeah, I do like the comic book feel of it, but one thing I think it's lacking is texture.
Yeah, a little bit.
What else do you think is lacking? Because it looks a little plain, I think, if there was texture.
Does, yeah.
It would break up the smoothness of the statue.
From what I'm aware of, I don't know if this guy really have switchable stuff. I feel like it's kind of a little weird too, especially from an XM piece. I guess like the only things that we thought would be kind of like additional stuff would be the chest pieces, but usually we get like different hands, different heads. This so far I don't know if this is like the final production, but that's something that's kind of interesting about XM, because usually, XM is all about, we get a bunch of options on how you want to display it. Yeah, I understand like the chess table is, you can move it wherever you want to because it's just a piece itself, but I feel like it's a little bit lacking on, there could be more.
Yeah, maybe that's a problem. XM Studios has spoiled us a little bit.
Yeah.
I definitely think some textures are needed just to break up the smoothness of the statue overall. Smooth on his dome, smooth on his suit, his clothes, his pants. There's some texture on the chair, and then you do get some cool stuff in the chest set. I really like the chest set.
The chest set, I think, is like the big thing about this right now. It's really cool. Kane looks a little kind of plain too, but the chest piece kind of comes out there for sure.
Canes are plain. It's got a big diamond on top. It's got some textures in there. I like the details in his watch and his little pinky ring.
That's really cool.
That looks cool. And you could see on the sofa or the couch or the chair. Kingpin's so big, he probably uses the couch for a chair, but it does have some textures on there.
Yeah, it does.
Just think in the clothing, it would be nice to have a little bit more textures, because that guy would look cool. Sitting next to Daredevil, right?
Yeah.
Classic Daredevil villain, so. So now, Kwong, we're going to take a look at the work-in process of the Samurai Yakuza-style Joker.
Yep.
To go along with that Samurai Batman.
See, I like this one that has a lot of options. A lot of different ways to display him. A lot of different portraits. It's kind of what we kind of want in an XM Studios piece, but that's because they're spoiling us so much about it.
So it looks like they've added a lot to the base, and it's really made the statue sort of come alive.
Yeah.
And it's really added to the story of the statue. You know, he's got some samurai swords. He's got a suit of armor next to him.
Because it feels like we're kind of getting two pieces instead of one, you know what I mean? Because the samurai suit right there.
Yeah, so I think this is going to look great next to that Batman.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're going to see a prototype version of Iron Fist.
Yeah. This one was actually really cool. Was really looking forward to it because I was curious how they were going to do that kick, you know what I mean, when we first saw it in the preview, because they ended up changing it twice from the first time we saw it.
They were playing between two different versions, and they just decided to go with the one version.
Yeah.
What's really cool, what we're seeing here, is they're lighting up his fist.
Yeah. That's what's really cool. Because, you know, it's obviously Iron Fist. You know, you got to have your hand fucking lining up. So it's really cool.
Netflix Iron Fist, the series, is available March 17th today, Kwong. I haven't watched it yet. I've been at work.
Such bad reviews.
I don't care about reviews, Kwong. I'm going to watch it for myself.
Have you finished Jessica Jones and Luke Cage?
No, I did not like Luke Cage.
See, because I was watching Jessica Jones and it was getting good. Definitely getting good. But then, I don't know, I just lost touch. And then I heard Luke Cage came out and I was like, eh. And then I know.
Jessica Jones was good. Luke Cage, you know that problem I had with Horizon Zero Dawn? Where there was not a lot of emotion in people's faces? That's Luke Cage to me. Just very flat. Yeah. I didn't like that guy in Halo 5 either.
Oh, he was in Halo 5?
Maybe I'm holding a grudge against the actor because of Halo 5. I might be. I am that shallow. So now, Kwong, we're going to look at Spider-Man and Mary Jane Watson.
We've seen, I forgot what convention we saw this at, but then now that it's starting to get ready to pre-order.
It's got a pre-order on March 24th. Again, does that really matter?
Yeah.
For XM. Some people will get it on their website. A lot of people will have it pre-ordered already.
Yeah.
A limited edition of 388.
Yeah, that's really limited.
It is really limited. I do like how they did the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I like how they did the Spider-Man. I do not like Mary Jane at all, nor do I like the Daily Bugle in the background. Yeah. But the Spider-Man was really well done.
It's an odd base. If he was just up against a section of like a full-size regular building wall, that would be cool.
Yep.
They're giving us this whole entire building of the Daily Bugle.
I think what's different about this, and it could go both ways, is that XM did the base in a certain way where you can only display it in a special way. Like you can't, you know, sometimes people display their statues a certain way. This one, I feel like you can only display it that certain direction, if that makes sense. Because you're trying to get that feel, that vision of how he's like, you know, going away from the Daily Bugle. So I feel like that's kind of cool that XM's trying to experiment with that, but then it could kind of be like good and bad depending on a collector.
Yeah, so I really like the Spider-Man. You know, I think it's interesting, it's cool, it's different. XM is trying new and different things, and I love that about them. But some people are going to like it, some people aren't going to like it. For me, I personally don't like this one. But we do have more Spider-Man coming from XM Studios. And Kwong, do you want an Iron Spider-Man?
Are you talking about the Sideshow one or an XM one? I definitely want an XM one. If you're not going to get it, I'm definitely going to get it. Even if it's like $1,200, I'm probably going to get it.
Okay. And speaking of XM, I was gonna say this for the collection update, but Black Panther coming soon.
Real soon?
Coming soon.
Did you?
I've been told to get my money ready.
Ooh, nice.
So that's looking forward to that.
Usually it takes a while to ship over though.
Yeah, well, I've changed my XM source to
Somebody else?
New guy.
Okay.
Trusted guy. Trusted collector. So normally I don't get them till months after everybody else has them. So it looks like I'm gonna get this one sooner rather than later, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, Omar, so much. Yeah, so that's it this week. That's it this week for XM Studios, and that's it this week for this week's previews and pre-orders. Alright, well, now it is time for the collection update. So what, if anything, is new with your collection?
Nothing. I haven't put up the... I did display the Goku, I displayed the Nightwing, and I displayed the Kotobukiya Spider-Man. It still looks a little misplaced, especially Goku, because it's Spider-Man, all bunch of Spider-Man, and then like Kingdom Hearts. I feel like having a collection update video is not necessary because it's not done yet and not polished, so that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Other than that, the next episode I should have in hand for us to unbox the Miles Morales Spider-Man from Kotobukiya.
Cool.
Really excited to see that. We were originally supposed to have it for this episode, but Kotobukiya had to delay the shipment of it for some odd reason, because originally it was supposed to come out like March 9th, but then they just released it till March, I think today, March 20th or March 17th. So we should have it next week. If anything, I'll kind of buy it from Amazon Prime, which is 2-day shipping. So we'll have it for next episode. Other than that, nothing really exciting. I watched over the past 2 days. Rat Tiny just had that review episode of Iron Spidey. So I literally just fucking went super crazy. I was like, fuck, I want that piece. Because, originally that was the piece I always wanted as my first piece. And that's what I was originally planning on getting. But I originally wanted an exclusive one, because I've seen just the regular version be on sale for like $600, $700. But the exclusive was like $1,200. I'm like, fuck, I can't get it. It's too expensive, especially for my first piece, coming in as a collector. So that was a little sad to see, but it looked really great. Honestly, I think over time I started to kind of be okay to not have it, because then we know that XM gave us a small rumor. I think it was XM or was it Imaginarium Art that was doing the Iron Spidey? I think it was XM, right?
XM is doing Iron Spidey.
So that's what I was looking forward to see that, because we love XM, and I've always wanted an XM piece. Already getting $20.99 from Prime 1, which is something that we've always seen great stuff about. Next is going to be XM Studios for me, and then maybe possibly Pop Culture Shock in the future. Obviously depends on what game it's going to be, and then definitely Tsume Art. Most likely going to try to get an anime piece like Dragon Ball Z or something like that. Really want that Vegeta, but we'll see how that goes.
And we'll see how that goes. Those Tsume Art statues have big edition sizes. They freaking sell out.
Yeah.
And you don't see them for sale. You don't see them for sale.
I've actually seen
4,000 statues being made, and you don't see them for sale. That's crazy.
Because I've seen the Vegeta on, because originally from what I'm aware of was 800, right, for the quarter scale.
Yeah.
I think I've seen people on forums, but then for me as a new collector, I'm a little skeptical to like go up to a forum and be like, yeah, can I buy that off you or something like that. I'm not sure how that goes yet, because I don't know how the community is. So I was originally waiting for you to have like a source that I can buy that off for like, I want to say like maybe 100 more, maybe 150 more, I don't know. But
we joined the wait list, so we're gonna try to get one of those. Should have pulled the trigger when I had the chance.
But then you weren't attached to the character. I kind of was, but then I was like, we haven't seen Dragon Ball Z that much, and we didn't really know much about Tsume Art, so that was kind of the huge thing too.
And now that you've seen Piccolo,
yeah, it's like fuck. Now I regret my decision.
I regret your decision as well, but we'll try to get one of those. So for me, I did get in a new statue from ARH Studios. This is the Arion City of Horrors. Finally got a statue. Had to get take them through the ringer a little bit to get it. Still waiting on my Death Dealer, which is a lot more expensive statue. And
which one came out first?
They all came at the same time. I think I ordered Death Dealer first, but they all got shipped to ARH at the same time, and I must be on the bottom of the list because I still haven't gotten that thing. I didn't want to make a video post bashing ARH Studios on my video, but it is buyer beware with them. Do your research before you order from them. I hope the company gets out of this rough spot that they're in.
Yeah.
They do make some decent statues, I do like this Arion statue. Waiting for my Death Dealer still. I emailed them shortly after I posted the video about my Death Dealer, and I haven't heard back. So that's pretty common with collectors. Lots of people love their statues, but a lot of people are having problems getting their stuff lately. I just want what I paid for. I got $800 in that Death Dealer statue, and I don't know if I'm going to ever see it. I think I will, but I have enormous doubts on if I will or not. So, hopefully ARH gets out of the muck with whatever situation they have going on, so they can start putting statues that collectors have been waiting years and years for, get them in their hands. So, I do like this.
Yeah, we've already had the unboxing.
We did the unboxing. We'll do a review.
Check that out.
This review of this statue won't be a priority for me.
Everybody's waiting for Akuma.
Yeah, I shot the Akuma review last weekend, so the official review of Akuma will be out
next weekend.
And as you can see, I did finally take his top off. Full nipple.
Dirty boy.
Full nipple quote. So, yeah, he's Diesel. Looking like Phil Heath back there. So, yeah, really, really awesome statues at Akuma. So that will be next Sunday. So waiting on a couple of statues. I've paid for shipping on Sub-Zero.
Nice.
Mortal Kombat 1/3 from Pop Culture Shock. So that should be the next thing arriving. I did get a notice that Sideshow Deadpool was going to arrive early.
Ooh.
I want a payment plan for that guy. I don't know how that's going to affect that payment plan.
How early though? Or they just
I think it was like maybe 2 months early, so I think the payment plan is okay on that. But like lots of people were on payment plans for that Hulk and Wolverine diorama, and that got like bumped up 6 months, so that completely abolished a lot of people's payment plans. I know we complain, as collectors, we complain a lot about delays, but I tell you, delays I can handle. It's when a statue comes early,
just mess up the whole system.
Messes up my whole budget. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta suddenly come up with $700 that I had planned on paying in December, and now I gotta pay it in April.
And it's usually from nowhere. We only had Sideshow do that.
Yeah.
Pop Culture Shock, no. Usually Pop Culture Shock is usually a delay, but usually Sideshow is the only company that I found that doesn't
coming up early. Yeah. And for me, I've switched to payment plans. And if they abolish the payment plan and all of a sudden $700, no, I'm paying $70 a month. But usually they will refund you and waive the cancellation fees when they do that, I think. So, yeah, so Akuma review next Sunday, and then after that I will work on the review for Piccolo. I'm actually thinking of having Kwong do that review, because he's more Dragon Ball Z experienced.
That'd be interesting.
Although lately,
Piccolo's your boy.
I don't know what's going on with him.
What?
Didn't even order that Goku.
What?
But he's a Vegeta fan. So I get that. You want a connection to the character, and he's connected to Vegeta. So I get that. And he's still a beginner collector. He's still a young buck. He's still learning. He's still saving his money. He's still going to school.
Yep.
So still a student in school. He's still a different collecting span.
Yep. Because there's so much that I want, but it's like budgeting.
I tell you what, I saw that Shadow Luke Hammy in the mixed media line, and I wanted to cry.
Yeah, that looks so sick.
I wanted to cry because I ordered Guts. Then on the same day I ordered Green Lantern and Serpentor. And then I saw Cameo. I was like, oh, I'm going to get a break here for a little bit. I'm going to get a break. And then I saw Cameo. I was like, oh no.
Well, at least you won't come out for probably like, I want to say like 2 weeks.
It won't come out for a while, but I'm going to have to put money down on it. And then, Sideshow is teasing Thanos now? On Throne?
Yeah, but did you like it though?
I'm still waiting for more reveal.
Mm-hmm.
If it's too movie looking, then it'll be an easy pass for me. But I love Thanos as a comic book character.
That's somebody you really wanted. I wish you
because I like Adam Warlock, Thanos, the Infinity Gauntlet, Silver Surfer. Really dig the Cosmic series of books. But I heard Thanos is going to be expensive too. So.
I'm sure it is. I honestly wish we were at the game when Thanos from XM Studios came out. I think we weren't in the game yet.
Yeah, he had paint problems. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of that Thanos. Sideshow's been teasing them on their Sideshow live videos every Wednesday.
Didn't we see a teaser of Bison too somewhere? Is it popular show?
Connecticut's.
Oh, is it Connecticut's?
Connecticut's making a floating bison. So, yeah. And then, I've been promising a collection video for a while, and the room is still getting cleaned up a little bit after moving things around.
Yeah, I just need it polished a little bit.
Potential flood. Yeah. So, I've been looking for this bookcase to put there because I have all these books all over the floor everywhere, and I want a bookcase. I'm just gonna get a little Target sort of cube bookcase so I could put some books in, maybe some smaller statues on top. But they haven't had the dark color. They've had like beach color and white color.
Did you find if it was at a different Target? I could just pick it up for you if they have it in mind.
We'll look at that. So I'm waiting on that, and I want to get some more art up. But I just want that bookcase, and then I can do a collection video. Yeah. And because all these guys moved everything around, dusted, moving everything around, I always break something.
Yeah.
And I broke Thor's hammer. He barely grazed up against Captain America, and the hammer snapped in half.
At least you had an additional hand. Yeah. That's a really good thing for exclusive, right?
So now he's holding the Ragnarok sword until I can fix that hammer. Some custom hammers and heads coming out for that premium format statue.
Yeah. I really like that swinging.
Yeah, from Right Guy. Right? Looking forward to. He's gonna have a custom bearded portrait, and a swinging hammer. He also redid that left hand because Thor's left hand is all like, and he's more of like a point. So, I like custom. I don't buy a lot of custom heads and hands and stuff, but for that Thor, especially because I broke my hammer.
Yeah.
Even though it broke clean, it'll be an easy fix. As soon as I get some super glue.
Yeah.
It'll be an easy fix, but that thing was really fragile. Really fragile. So, yeah, put up those pre-orders. Luckily they are staggered in the calendar. And luckily I have those Sideshow payment plans. That's what I've been rolling on now. So, yeah. Well, that's it for this week's collection update. Now, Kwong, do you know what time it is?
Question of the week.
Question of the week. So, Kwong, last week's question of the week, we asked collectors out there what they thought of dioramas. Do they want to see more? Do they prefer single characters? What kind of stuff would they like to see? So we got a couple answers here from the community. First up, Collector Bro 44 says, I am definitely for the single character statues. I like to focus on one character. Don't have anything against dioramas, but the fact that they are usually smaller scale is the main reason I don't go for them. I think the Hulk vs. Wolverine Dio turned out pretty great from what I have seen online though. So pumped for P1 Venom, going to be a beast and looks great. Definitely my favorite of the 3 Venoms that were released recently. So Collector Bro likes to focus on single characters, as I like to do in my own collection. We have Mr. Furious Gamer. Says, great chat, but I really think you miss out on the Hulk versus Wolverine Dio, as this is a big 1/5 scale, specifically the Hulk. Also, you don't need to collect dioramas either. Also, blends in nicely with my quarter scale statues. This statue pops like no other in person. I have a lot of statues. Really need to see this in person to really get the feel for it. As for Prime 1 Venom, statue was cool and all, but got some glaring issues with me. Okay, so he thinks Dio, especially the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama, looks good in his collection, even with the 1/4. And he says, I missed out on it. And now that I got that Hulk 181 CGC,
yeah, right.
You may be right, but that diorama is $700, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. So statues, figures, and more also has a good YouTube channel. This is question of the week. I'm not the biggest diorama collector. In my own mind, I feel dioramas need displays where you can walk around, see 360 degrees to fully appreciate, compared to a normal statue that just needs a front-on view. I know statues have details all around, but generally only need a front-on view for me. I would like to see some Predator dioramas. The new upcoming movie has some scenes that lends itself to a diorama. Or Sideshow could do some more Star Wars dioramas with the new characters from the new trilogy. Awesome show as always, very cool. Thank you, statues, figures, and more. So,
I kind of agree because, for example, if you had a Hulk and Wolverine, right, it'd be really cool if you, like, for the studio, you had it just straight in the middle of the room, and like you can kind of just, I feel like you can embrace the piece more if you can see it like in every perspective, because that's what the diorama is about. It's like you're supposed to see it all around, especially when it's on a moving table. It would just look great. So I feel like that's something that he pointed out really well.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. One interesting thing though is that's Tsume Goku diorama.
Yeah,
Tsume's also releasing their own display stand, covered display stand to go with it.
Yeah, I remember seeing a little bit on that earlier.
It doesn't have a spinning turntable, but that's something that you could add. It's not cheap to add.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not.
That bigger turntable I use for my videos is like $200.
I'm sure the one that we seen from Tsume is probably like 400 or 500.
So yeah, but since I have the 1/6 scale diorama, Piccolo, he doesn't really fit. He kind of stands out. Maybe if I had more of them together, maybe it would fit better. But like some other collectors have said that Hulk versus Wolverine diorama is bigger, and Hulk is bigger, so maybe he helps to stand in more.
How many pieces does that statue come in? Do you know?
Yeah, well, a couple, not too many, but Hulk's head
still
is one because he has the scene. No, Hulk should have been one, but his head comes off.
Okay. I was curious because I know that's what you really don't like about your Hulk.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about the Hulk. Is this neck scene. And I had a problem with that neck scene in the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama, but it is better on that diorama. Yeah. So, thanks for answering our question of the week. Yeah, well, one of our viewers had a question for us. I'm going to try to answer it as best I can. So this one is from Squizzy. And he asks, oh man, I hope everything is better now with the flooding in your area. Something I've always wondered when it comes to these amazing statues we all love to collect. If there was a flood, a fire, tornado, or earthquake, would homeowners insurance cover our collectibles? Or should we get some kind of separate insurance for them? Maybe if you could share any knowledge you have on this topic on your next show or here in the comments is fine too, whatever is easier for you. So, Squizzy, that is a great question. And
from what I'm aware of, there is an insurance.
So, before we talk, we're going to give a disclaimer.
Okay.
Because none of us are insurance reps. We don't know the details on insurance. Research this stuff for yourself. Talk to your insurance agents, because we're just a couple of blokes who don't know a lot about insurance. And insurance is so complicated and complex that it's different in every state and every area of the country.
It is.
So you're going to want to check with your insurance agent and your policy to see if this applies to you. So I can talk about what insurance coverage I have and how that applies to my collectibles.
Okay.
So Kwong, what were you going to say?
Well, because from what I'm aware of, I remember seeing a commercial. I don't know what company it was or what insurance it was, but from what I'm aware of, there was a company that specifically did like home insurance with statues as well. Like even if it was stolen or there was an earthquake and a piece fell down. Because I remember it was like a geek commercial, and it was like a guy was like, "No, my statue broke," and then the company was like, "Oh, we'll fix that right up for you," and they didn't get like a deductible or something like that for it.
So you can get specialized collectibles insurance. There are companies out there that offer collectibles insurance. You could possibly add a rider, which is like an add-on to your homeowner's insurance policy to to cover your collectibles. My homeowner's insurance policy, I generally have an amount that covers contents in the house, and then an amount that covers the house itself. However, my insurance policy also does not cover anything in the event of a flood or an earthquake. I have to buy separate policies for those to get covered.
Got it.
So I do have a separate policy to cover me in case of a flood. So again, that has two different amounts. One in a contents of the house, and one for the house itself. And then you have your deductible. I think my deductible is like $2,500. So if something did happen, I'd have to pay $2,500 in cash. Flood insurance and maybe even earthquake insurance is highly regulated. So, I just paid a set standard amount that was regulated, and I actually had a 30-day waiting period. So there are waiting periods for insurance. So you definitely, it's very complex and complicated. Like I said, you're going to want to check your own policy. Talk to your insurance agents. Maybe you can add something to cover your collectibles specifically, or they'll be covered just under your general contents of the house policy. But a lot of the times, they'll cover the initial sales price of something to replace it. They won't cover the increased value of a collectible if it's just under a standard policy. Sometimes that will happen. So if you get collectibles insurance, you can cover that. But if you get collectibles insurance, you're still going to want to check. Is it covered in a flood? Is it covered in an earthquake, and a hurricane, and a tornado? Because a lot of times they classify those as acts of God, and some insurance companies don't cover acts of God.
Yeah.
Generally, if something happens like that, government declares a federal emergency, and then special funds are designated to help people recover, rebuild their houses and stuff like that. But they ain't going to pay for your collectibles, right? Yeah. So it's definitely worth looking into.
Yeah, there's a lot of research going into that.
Yeah, a lot more knowledge than what I have. I just have basic knowledge. But, in a limited way, it's probably covered under your homeowner's policy in certain things. In certain things, it's not. So the important thing is to know what type of insurance you have, research your policy, and research some ways to add more coverage to protect your precious collectibles. So thanks, Squizzy, for your questions. If you collectors have any more questions for us, make sure you leave that in the comment section of the video below, and we may share it on next episode. Alright, Kwong, now it's time for this week's featured video. So this week, I'm going to feature a video from a statue company. Normally, we focus on smaller videos. We try to.
We try.
Statues that we like, but I wanted to highlight First for Figures YouTube channel and videos, because I think they're doing a super good job of interacting with their fans.
Yeah.
They have live streams on Facebook where they take questions and answers with the fans. They do making of videos.
Yeah.
They have so much different content for their statues, and I think it's great. So this video is First for Figures presents the making of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 10-inch PVC link documentary. So this is an hour-long video of them making that Breath of the Wild statue.
Yep, especially since the game just came out. From my aware of it, actually has 10 out of 10 mostly. 9 out of 10 I want to say is probably the best score, because 10 out of 10 is kind of people being biased. But
they've given people 10s.
Yeah.
I want to play it. I don't want to buy a Switch to play it.
Yeah.
People love it. I've heard other people say it's a little outdated, but it's supposed to be one of the best Zelda games ever made. I do want to try it, but probably won't be for me anyway.
Yeah. You probably play it for like 5 minutes and then...
Maybe an hour, Kwong.
Maybe not.
An hour. I'll probably do one playthrough of it, and they'll be like, nope, not going back. But this is the making of that awesome figure of Link from Zelda the Breath of the Wild, first 4 figures. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you subscribe to their channel. If you like first 4 figure stuff, they do a lot of video game statues.
Yeah, they do.
Just going to release another Dark Souls statues. They did the Wind Waker statue of Link in that boat.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. They did Silver the Hedgehog.
That we saw it.
So super cool guys over at First 4 Figures. I really love their videos. I love tuning into them live and having them talk about the statues. So make sure to check out the First 4 Figures presents the making of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 10-inch PVC Link documentary. And if you have a video that you think we would like to share here on the channel, make sure you let us know in the comment section of the video, and we'll be we might share it and feature it on next episode. Hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Statue Talk. Let Kwong and I know what you thought of some of the topics we covered in this week's episode in the comment section below. We may even share some of your comments, questions on our next episode. Now, Kwong, what is your pick of the week?
I want to say Lady Maria. Is it Maria?
Maria.
Maria. Yeah, she looks really cool. Something that's different that I kind of want to put out there. She looks really cool. The price on her is actually not that bad too.
Yeah,
she is.
good.
I think she is a little bit small. She's still quarter scale, right?
Yeah, she's just sitting.
Yeah, which is really cool. The details on it, just phenomenal. It's just out there. Kind of makes me kind of want to play the game, but I'm not really a.
You can borrow it, chump.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. It's right upstairs.
I'm curious how long that game takes to beat though. Those games usually take really long from Noro.
Yeah, I really like the art style in that game though. I love the art style.
I heard the soundtrack on that game too is amazing.
Yeah, the environment is great and killer. Story wise,
Yeah.
I need more.
I think I might.
story.
I think I might pick it up after I beat Uncharted 4. Be a good idea.
Take it home with you. Because I'm not going to play it again anytime soon. I'm playing Mass Effect. Right? So, my pick of the week is going to be, I thought it was going to be Serpentor, but I love Guts and Berserk. I just watched I made Kwong watch a clip of Berserk animated series, clip of it, dubbed version. I don't really understand how that works. How is it dubbed on Funimation and not dubbed on Crunchyroll?
Oh, because Funimation is, I think from more, it might go on to Adult Swim. They might release it on Adult Swim.
Interesting.
For you can watch at night.
Okay.
And then originally they have their own, Funimation has their own subscription thing. So for example, you can watch Dragon Ball Z Super on it. The new episodes, especially, they're actually already released on Adult Swim as well.
Dubbed? English dub?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I've been watching Berserk on Crunchyroll, but subtitled.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm not used to that, but I'm getting used to it.
Usually, how the anime works is that after because we're not aware of the season is over, so usually it takes a whole year for them to dub it, and then they release it into the US. That's usually how it goes.
And Crunchyroll's actually going to release it on Blu-ray, English dub.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Real soon, or?
I don't know. It's hard to find news on anime, man. But anyway, that's my pick of the week. Berserk, Guts. Looking forward to seeing Griffin.
When are we seeing it? I mean, Guts.
Next year sometime.
Next year.
All these pre-orders now coming up in 2018. Damn, I am getting old. I am getting old, Kwong. So, you can't wait a full 2 weeks for next week's episode to check out the latest previews and pre-orders. Make sure you check out the website, statuereview.com, and give us a like on Facebook. I try to share as much from around social media, latest previews and pre-orders to those 2 places. That website's just going to take you to Facebook anyway, so why not just go to Facebook. But you get tired of scrolling through pictures of dog memes, Trump memes, I love science, whatever weird stuff you have on your Facebook. You just want to look at statues, you can go there. It's not going to be as up-to-date as going to the source, but at least you won't have to look at that orange face of Donald Trump.
We usually try to keep update too, most of on our social media. I try to.
I don't care if you like him or hate him. That's a ugly mofo right there. I get tired of looking at that orange face all the time. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date on all of our latest unboxings, reviews, and collection updates. Which they're coming. They'll come. They'll come. They'll come.
Eventually.
Eventually. And remember, statue collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a lifestyle. This has been Joe Prodzic.
Contract.
Thanks for watching.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Sure.
As soon as you're done posting on Facebook
I'm not
or
posting on
Instagram
Facebook.
while our audience is eagerly waiting.
They're not waiting.
We're shooting this live, Kwong.
Let's go!
Not live, but, well, yeah. So control the iPad.
Sure. Just go.
I'm looking up statues for the show. You're fucking about. Okay. And also, on the next episode of Statue Talk,
36!
I'm gonna make Kwong drink 2 Guinnesses.
What? I did not agree to this.
You finished yours hella fast. I took the whole episode to finish mine. I brought a second in here and I didn't even finish it.